All right, we're about to dive into an idea that pretty much goes against everything we've ever been taught about success. It's going to sound wrong, but trust me, it might just be the secret to your next big breakthrough. We're talking about strategic laziness.
Nah, seriously, think about that for a second. Our entire culture is built on the idea of hustle, the grind, the endless hours. But what if all that constant effort isn't just inefficient? What if it's the very thing holding you back from real, meaningful growth?
Look, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like some kind of productivity hack or a gimmick, but it's not. It's a fundamental shift in how you see your work. And honestly, getting this right is what separates the people who are just busy from those who are truly making an impact.
To really get this, first we have to talk about the problem. A problem most of us are stuck in without even realizing it. Let's call it the effort trap. I mean, this is basically rule number one of work, right? It's hammered into us from day one. If you want a better outcome, you just put in more hours. You push harder. You grind through it. It's the brute force approach to everything.
But here's the thing that drives us all crazy. If more effort was really the magic bullet, we'd never hit a wall, would we? So why does this approach so often lead to just exhaustion, frustration, and frankly, worse results? Why does trying harder sometimes feel like you're just spinning your wheels?
It really breaks down into two different worlds. On one side, you've got that brute force effort. It's totally reactive. You're always putting out fires. Your growth, if you get any, is linear. And the final destination, yeah, it's always burnout. But on the other side, you have intelligent system design. This is proactive. It's looking ahead. The growth here is exponential. And this is where real innovation actually comes from.
Okay, so if brute force is the trap, how the heck do we get out? Well, the answer is in embracing this really cool idea, the effortless paradox. Just let that sink in for a minute. The key word here, and this is everything, is direct effort. This isn't about doing nothing. It's about stopping the endless, mind-numbing cycle of solving the exact same problem over and over and over again. So, what is this smarter way of working? We're calling it strategic laziness. And yeah, it's about being lazy, but in a very specific, very intelligent way. It's about thinking before you act. It all boils down to a really simple trade-off. You can spend, say, an hour every week for the rest of the year doing the same repetitive task, or you can spend a few hours this week building a system that just does that task for you, forever. That's the heart of strategic laziness. And let's be super clear here, this is not about being idle or just avoiding work. It's actually the opposite. It's an intense, focused, strategic investment of your energy today to literally erase that work from your future. It's probably the laziest and smartest thing you can do. Okay, so the theory sounds great, right? But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's break down how you go from just using brute force to building an elegant system that works for you.
It really all comes back to this one central idea. This is the entire game plan in one sentence. Your goal has to shift. You need to stop being the person who does the work and start becoming the person who designs the system that does the work.
And you know, the process is surprisingly straightforward. First, you just isolate a recurring problem. What's that one annoying thing you have to do every single day or week? Second, you design a system to solve it just once. Maybe it's a simple checklist or an email template or a small piece of automation. Third, and this is the crucial part, you actually invest the time upfront to build it. And finally, you just let the system do the work. You get to enjoy the payoff while that system frees you up to focus on things that actually matter.
So you've put in that initial effort. You built a system. Now what? Well, this is where the magic really kicks in. This is the payoff.
This chart just says it all, doesn't it? Look at the brute force approach. Your effort stays high, but your results, they just hit a ceiling and flatline. You can't physically do more. But now look at the strategic system. Yeah, there's a big spike of effort at the beginning, but then it drops to almost nothing, while your results just keep growing and compounding over time. And we're not just talking about numbers on a graph. The real wins here are personal. You get your time back, you get your mental energy back, you escape that soul-crushing grind of doing the same thing over and over, which, let's be honest, is the #1 cause of burnout. And in that new space you've created, that's where the big ideas, the creativity, the real innovation can finally happen. So let's circle back and solve this whole paradox. The growth you get isn't truly effortless. I mean, nothing worthwhile is. But the effort was all front-loaded.
It was smart. It was a one-time investment that now pays you back every single day, which makes your ongoing progress feel almost effortless.
So, I'll leave you with a challenge. Don't try to go and systematize your entire life tomorrow, okay? Just look at the week ahead. What is one small, recurring task that you could automate or streamline with a simple system? Building that one tiny system, that's the first step to getting back your most valuable resource, your focus.